Now we are in Lengpui Airport, the only airport we have here in Mizoram, and I am with the other official, press, media, who also are waiting for the arrival of IC-213, which is supposed to come from Calcutta and landed here shortly in this very place. Today is 29th July and the weather condition is also fine and very pleasant comparing to yesterday's weather. Hopefully it will continue throughout the day, as today is very much important for the history of Mizoram. Normally there is often a flight delay or cancellation of flight. Luckily today the weather condition from the morning till now is quite a pleasant one by the grace of Almighty. Many people along with the QBR Mizoram team are coming down from Aizawl to Lengpui Airport. Here we can see the government officials, office bureaus of Mizoram Olympic Associations, Superintendent of Police, Sports Director, Sports Council Secretary, Aviation Officers, Information Officers, and of course some of my journalist colleagues. It seems that team are now waiting for the arrival of the tours, and they are with the chairman, who is also the chief secretary of Mizoram, Mr. Baton, and who is accompanied by the deputy commissioner of aizawl, Mr. C. Tanchuma, and those are the reception committee members. The baton will be carried by the Indian Airlines IC-213. As mentioned earlier, the Indian Airlines IC-213 is right now coming from Calcutta to Aizawl, and the baton will be escorted by chairman of the Baton relay team, who is also one of the members of the Commonwealth Games 2010. As we can see, they were very much excited, and it seems that they are ready to have the Queen's baton here in the soil of Mizoram, that is for the first time. You can see the reception team along with the chief secretary, deputy commissioners, SP traffic, SBI team, civil aviation officer, council secretary, joint secretary MOA, treasurer MOA, secretary general MOA, and information officers, who were all the reception committee members of QBR team Mizoram. That is an aeroplane IC-213. After long awaited, it has just landed, and soon after this we hope to witness how the baton looks like, but we'll be able to see and witness the Commonwealth Games 2010 mascot here in the airport. Hopefully we'll witness there at Vanapa Hall. This is long awaited plane, Indian Airlines IC-213, where the QBR team and the batons are. As you can see, it is coming towards us now. The reception committee of Mizoram QBR are very much ready and excited, because soon, after a few minutes, they'll have a chance to touch and catch hold of the famous baton. There will be a short program here in the airport itself that will be followed by the photo session here again, and after that, chairman of the Mizoram QBR, Mr. Baton, will carry the baton up to the airport terminal building. And then lunch will be served. I believe will not take much time. There we see the government of Mizoram, Mr. M.M. Lakhera, stepping out of the plane. He is welcomed by his officials. It seems that he has just finished his tour program out there in New Delhi. And there is Mrs. Jotan Kimi, Vice President of Mizoram Olympic Association. She went to Delhi recently for the election of Hockey India, but unfortunately the election has been cancelled, and now I hope she can join us from the airport. There we see a famous baton is arriving. As you can see, the chairman of the QBR is stepping out with it, with smile on his face, and handed over the Secretary General of Mizoram Olympic Association, Puzolian Roite, and he'll pass it on to the Chief Secretary of Mizoram. Yes, now the Chief Secretary of Mizoram, Mr. Vanhela is holding the baton and lifted high up to the sky to show that Mizoram is proud to have the baton for the first time in the history of Mizoram. Fortunately, that is also during his tenure. Now Pusi Tanchuma, Deputy Commissioner aizawl, Pulianzuala, MSSC Secretary, Pusi Lalkanthanga, Treasurer, Mizoram Olympic Association, and then through Pulal Biakthanga, aizawl SP, and Puke Biakthianglima, Joint Secretary, Mizoram Olympic Association. That is Pubiakzama Traffic SP, aizawl. And those are the nodal department staffs. They really look happy enough, as we can see it from here. Now the photo session is going on here itself. After this, the rally starts right from here up to the terminal building for the first time in Mizoram. Today is 29th July 2010. Everybody here are curious and busy. It looks like press and media are much more, running here and there to catch the best and the finest picture for their documentary and newspaper. And the Baton is now taken inside the airport terminal. You can see how the people react, how the response is going on. It is indeed a big surprise for all of us. Hope this Baton brings the people of Commonwealth countries closer, peace and harmony, and not only that, unity and brotherhood among the people as the aims and objective of this Commonwealth Games. A few minutes of lunchtime will be taken here at the restaurant. We are now inside the Karipod restaurant, and the photo session seems to continue here either. QBR teams of Commonwealth Games Committee, Reception Committee of QBR Mizoram, press, media, and many people who happen to be here at this time. All of us are not trying to let loose this opportunity of being with a famous Baton. A photo is taken on and on like a celebrities on a stage. Of course, today, the 29th July, has turned out to be a memorable day for all of us, and we all can create our stories that could be passed on to our grandchildren. As we can see, the teams are ready to move on, and we are now preparing for a bigger program, a real Queen's Baton relay, to begin at Aizawl City soon after this. The reception committee of QBR Mizoram has made an arrangement for 81 people to take part in this relay, from prominent sports person, outstanding performers, representative of sports associations, non-government organization, so-called NGO, former sports ministers, and from the members of Mizoram Olympic Associations. After relay, there will be a final reception function at Vanapa Hall with the presence of the Chief Minister Mizoram, Mr. Lalkanhola, who is also the President of Mizoram Olympic Association.